Hello guys, today we're covering another book, Flashpoint, at the front line of today's wars. And I got this book for a very specific reason, because one of the authors, Ken Guest specifically, reached out to me and, well, he was in Afghanistan during the Soviet presence there. He was a journalist on the other side, on the Mujahideen side, and I found it all very interesting because I don't know much about the other side. So when I was studying Soviet-Afghan war, I was mostly focusing on the Soviet side. So reading essentially anything from the other side was very fresh. And this book not only covers Afghanistan, it's covering a couple more wars. So it's Afghanistan, Angola, Cambodia, Eritrea, Lebanon, Namibia, and Yugoslavia. So basically all battlefields of 1980s, 1990s, all of them, well, not all of them, but some of them. So let's look into it. So Flashpoint, at the front line of today's war. This book is actually quite interesting, although I haven't read it in full. But it's a compilation of stories of journalists who went to places which were hot at the time. I'm mostly interested in Afghanistan, and I'm somewhat interested in former Yugoslavia. I was a little interested in a place like Lebanon and Eritrea because I was studying the presence of Ukrainian peacekeepers. Sorry for that. And but the book is generally very good because, first of all, it has a lot of good photographs, which again are not published anywhere outside this book. I mean, I started publishing them in my blog, as some of you seen, because I got a permission from Ken Guest. So I did publish those on Afghanistan. I mean, again, those are rare photos. Well, not just rare. They're pretty unique. I think some of them are present on the web because I remember this gentleman, but mostly they're not. Mostly they would be new to anyone who is into the topic and haven't seen the book before. The text is also quite interesting. I mean, it actually covers a lot of some events and a lot of text and a lot of paragraphs on equipment and weapons and how they were seen by the journalists at the time. So, I mean, it's quite a cool contemporary study. So there is a lot to go through, and for me it was really a good read because although I was studying Soviet-Afghan war for quite some time, I was mostly studying it from the Soviet side, so Soviet memoirs from the soldiers and officers, Soviet history books, or modern day Slavic ones, basically. Not too much on the other side, which is unfortunate. So books like this, they bridge the gap. So yeah, there's quite a lot to read in Afghanistan, and let's go quickly through other conflicts covered here. And as I said, I didn't read all of them, but I will one day. Again, the photos are quite rare from what I understand because I haven't seen them on the web. Maybe I didn't look, but I have not seen them. So other stories are covered by other journalists, so I wouldn't be able to say how well written they are. But I assume the editor actually did some work to put them like on the, well, if not the same, but similar style. And here's a section on Yugoslavia, and actually does show some peacekeepers as well, because I mean they were essential to that conflict. So yeah, I mean you cannot buy this book in the shops now because I mean of course it was published many years ago. Yeah, I can't see it anywhere, but yeah, it was published probably in the 1980s, late 1980s. But they do exist. You can find them on second-hand markets, so on eBay or world of books, a place like this. So if you're interested in these conflicts, so you study them, please try to find it, and I promise you it will bring you some new information. Okay, so to wrap it all up, good book, loads of photography, loads of journalism, loads of good texts. If you're into studying or you're just generally interested in the conflicts of the late Cold War and like early post-Soviet eras, I generally would, well, I would definitely recommend to get this book and go through it. So hope you enjoyed this review.